Stephanie, I want to, just before we get going, I want to thank you for taking some time here to talk a little bit about how you've used hypnosis to help you in the recovery process from breast cancer. Kind of share with the listeners what's been going on the last couple of years and how you've used hypnosis really in a number of different situations.
I've used hypnosis, you're right, in a couple different situations. I've used it for pain management when I was going through chemo, and also I had trouble with my port. So I used a MP3 for pain management.
And then people, you're talking about real pain and really catastrophic diagnosis here at major surgeries. Were the MP3s helpful?
They were hugely successful for me. They took away a lot of anxiety. They took away a lot of pain that I was feeling. Again, with the anxiety, they helped calm my nerves before going into the operating room. And I think with the holding area MP3 really helped me as I was coming out of the anesthesia as well.
And that was a real interesting session. Ron Esslinger actually was kind enough to send that to you before one of your surgeries. And it's just about a 5-minute MP3, isn't it?
Right. It's very short.
And you've listened to that throughout the many surgeries that you've had over the last year.
Correct.
Okay. Just so that those who are listening know sort of how this ended up. This has been going on for about 3 years, but your most recent visit to the doctor, not yesterday, but most recent visit to the doctor, what did they tell you about your prognosis?
Which one?
Well, your prognosis regarding cancer, that you're cancer-free.
Oh, yes, that I am cancer-free, yes. That's a very good thing.
People are wondering, how's your health? And we're doing this at the end of this session here, at the end of what's been a 3-year process. And yesterday you had really a cosmetic surgery more than anything else. Although can you explain what kind of surgery you had yesterday?
Well, yesterday I had a revision that was done on the right side. So it was cosmetic, but not really. Right. I mean, it was helping to alleviate some, discomfort and some extra skin that had to be left there prior to this.
Sure. A lot of people don't realize that, the surgical process here isn't one event. I mean, do you even know how many surgeries you've had in the last 3 years?
I really have forgotten. I mean, I've had at least 4.
At least 4 major surgeries and then several other procedures along the way.
Right.
Many of them certainly difficult. In addition to using hypnosis and the CDs and the MP3s that we've given you, you've also been taking part in a yoga class, correct? Has that been helpful to you?
Yes, the yoga has been, I think, extremely helpful to me, both in the physical aspect, but also as mentally as well. It's helped me learn how to just let thoughts come and go and not necessarily attach, panic or, any sort of feeling to those thoughts. So it's helped me. Sorry.
Kind of to learn that thoughts are thoughts.
Right. And that they don't have to control me, or my feelings. But also in a physical sense as well, with the yoga, several of my doctors were very surprised at how it helped alleviate fatigue and also just my range of motion. So.
And because you just had this procedure yesterday, what I'm going to do is take the next 8 or 9 minutes, and I'm going to guide you through a process that promotes healing. It's always amazing how hypnosis promotes healing. The research is there. It's there for heart patients. It's there for cancer patients. It's there for HIV patients. And there's a great book for those who are interested in the research by Ernest Rossi called The Psychobiology of Immune System Response. And as a hypnotherapist, that's one of my favorite books because there are a lot of people who either pre or post surgery, they want to decrease pain, they want to increase the rate at which they can recover, and they want to reduce complications. And hypnosis facilitates healing, not only in the mind, but in the body as well. And so we're going to take a few minutes and go through a process here that those who are viewing this might actually follow along with if they choose to. Now, of course, if you do choose to follow along, recognize that hypnosis is a tool that can help you in the healing process, but that this video here is not a substitute for medical attention. And of course, if you're following at home, be aware that anytime you're uncomfortable, you can stop following along and simply observe the process. And also to make sure that you continue any medical treatment that your physician has prescribed until such a time that they direct you to do something other than that. And so that's for the at-home viewers here. But for you, Stephanie, you understand what hypnosis is like. We're not going to take a long time with the induction here because you know how easy it is to bring yourself into a state of hypnosis. And so I want you to pick a point on the far wall from where you're sitting right now and bring all of your attention to that spot. It's really pretty easy to enter into a state of hypnosis. And of course, one way to do that is with eye fatigue. It's not magic. It's just simply when we make our eyes tired, it's easy to let our eyes close and begin to access that subconscious mind where we can really direct thoughts that perhaps we haven't thought about before. Many people who go through this simple process that I'm going to guide you through find that going into deep trance is the result. Deep trance is simply going to feel like a state of relaxation, both in your mind and body. And you'll still be able, of course, to hear my voice. Hypnosis is not a state of unconsciousness, but rather a state, in this case, of simply relaxation, where the mind is open to new experiences and the body can take advantage of the mental processes promoted through hypnosis. So are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm going to count backwards from 20 to 1. And with each number, I want you to close the eyes and then open them again. And when I count a number, close them and then open them again, close them and open them again. For example, 20, close your eyes, open them. 19, close your eyes, open them. 18, close your eyes, open them. Perfect. Let's go ahead and begin. And there will come a point during this process when it'll be much more comfortable for you to simply let those eyes stay closed and only imagine that you're opening the eyes. And it doesn't matter if that number is 18 or 16 or 14. For everyone, it's a little bit different. And you can feel free to do that at any time. But let's start with 20. Close the eyes. Open them. 19. Close the eyes. Open them. 18. And notice how you have become absorbed in this process, already pushing aside any distractions. In fact, you can drop your chin towards your chest and allow your shoulders and back to relax. 17, 16, 15. Noticing that sense of relaxation and how with each number it becomes more difficult to open the eyes. 14, 13, 12. And any time it becomes preferable to close the eyes, go ahead and keep them closed, only imagining that you're opening them. 10, 9, perfect. And although you can hear my voice and are very relaxed, never asleep, but deeply relaxed, and continue to simply enjoy this experience of taking a few minutes after a busy day yesterday to simply relax. 8, 7, 6, letting go of any stress completely, and accessing that part of the mind where creativity, intuition, and thought is formed, and simply let any remaining stress disappear from your body. Anywhere you're carrying any remaining tension, just let your muscles go loose and limp. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Completely relaxed in both mind and body. Now, I'm going to speak both to your conscious mind and to your subconscious mind. I'm going to ask you some questions. It's perfectly okay to nod your head or to even answer yes if you want to. Sometimes people wonder if I'm experiencing hypnosis, is it okay for me to talk? Of course it is. It should be a two-way communication. And just taking a breath, focus on that breath, exhaling, and letting yourself enter an even deeper state of relaxation. The ability in nature to heal is amazing to a child. It seems like every child who visits the zoo is memorized by a snake shedding its skin, or even a wounded lizard who's able to regenerate a part of its tail when injured. plants have a healing ability also. This is seen in the leaves that shed and are replaced by new green and healthy leaves, or by the plant that seems to quickly come back to life with a little water or sunlight. All of nature is programmed by the Creator to live and to regenerate and to heal. And the same child that was drawn to the ability of an animal to shed its skin is almost always captivated by the scabbing of their own wound in the healing that takes place underneath it, and the new life that emerges where pain used to be and injury once was. When you were a child, Stephanie, did any of these things capture your attention?
Yes.
Perfect. Of course they did. But what's amazing is that as children, we simply accepted these remarkable abilities in nature without wondering if they were possible or if they always worked. Allow yourself to go back in time right now to a pleasant time, a time of little stress, perhaps when you were 16 or 12 or 10 or 8, or even earlier than that, when you simply accepted the wonder of life and the ability of the body to promote healing within itself without question. Simply marveling at our Creator's infinite wisdom in giving this gift of life to us. And realize that today, right here in this room, you're the same person as before, simply with more experiences in life and more wisdom, but still that same person who you were created, that person with the innate ability to heal. Feels wonderful to become aware of that, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And using the creative part of the mind, experience the feeling of energy within you that promotes healing. Some people visualize this as a light, others feel it as a place in the body where healing begins, and yet others seem to hear the voice of healing and regeneration, allowing it to speak to every cell of the body. There's really nothing mystical or magical about this. These abilities are abilities to pay attention to the body that we were created with. And in paying attention to this, we realize that the body is doing its job automatically, bringing healing energy, light, sound, and feeling to every cell of the body. It does it automatically and every day. We usually pay no attention to this because usually we've not had an injury or wound to draw our attention to it. But it's there, isn't it? Now, feel that feeling, or that light, or even the voice of healing in your body, as blood pumps life into each and every cell, and oxygen delivers its healing breath to each cell. And focus on that part of the body where your healing is most needed, realizing that nature always does its job, and that today, the recovery process is already underway, with each breath in every way getting better and better. And now in your mind, imagine that surgical incision like a child's scab giving way to life underneath, and realizing that soon the dynamic power of nature will result in new life where the old pain used to be. Each and every day, take a moment to breathe and focus on that breath and this thought. In every way, each and every day, I'm getting better and better. You can even say it to yourself, Stephanie. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. And now it is time to reorient. And so taking a breath, feeling refreshed and wonderful. Feel the floor below your feet, the arms of the chair below your hands. Taking a deep breath, and when you're ready, simply open your eyes, feeling refreshed, invigorated, and wonderful from this experience. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Yeah, you look great. Fantastic.
Good.
You know, a lot of people wonder, can this type of process be helpful to me? And the research shows it's true, and you're a person who, by their own example, probably never thought you would be applying hypnosis to some of your own life situations, but have found over the last couple of years it to be truly beneficial. So thanks for participating in this.